Hello, it is time for our Northern Colorado real estate market update for September 2022. We are going to look at the latest data, which is the closed sale data from August 2022. We'll compare it to the previous month, and we can talk about what's actually going on in the real estate market. So there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of headlines talking about what's going on, but let's look at the data first, and then I'll discuss what this really means to you, whether you're a buyer or a seller. My name is Andy Hawbaker. I'm a licensed realtor with 8Z Real Estate in Northern Colorado, Windsor, Colorado office. And you can hit me up at my website, which is andyhawbaker.com. All right, let's dive in and take a look at this. I have broken down, to show you Northern Colorado, I have broken down Weld County and Larimer County. So we'll compare the two, but that gives us an overall look at what is going on in Northern Colorado. So let's take a look here. Okay, in Larimer County, the number of new listings for August 2022 was 697. Now that's down from 773 the previous month. So less new listings come onto the market. Weld County had 756 new listings. That is down from 801. So we're seeing that less homes are coming on the market. Again, I think people are hearing the market is slowing down, so they're not putting a home on the market, but the data isn't telling us the same thing. So the closed sales in August of 2022, there were 606 closed sales in Larimer County, up from 597. So there are actually more closed deals in August than in July. And then same thing for Weld County. There were 556 closed sales, up from 513. So less new homes are coming onto the market. More homes are selling than the previous month. So while we're seeing that there's a big increase in the amount of inventory we have, this is indicating that we're going to see that shrink up again. So that's something to keep an eye on here. Okay, the median sales price for Larimer County was $535,000. That is actually down from 561. Now, median's kind of weird. It kind of hops around sometimes, but this is a pretty good decrease from the previous month's median sale price. In Weld County, it was 485,500, which is down from 495,000. So according to this data, the median price has come down. So, I don't know. I'm not saying necessarily that home prices have dropped, but that rapid growth, the rapid appreciation is definitely come to a standstill. So that's another thing we're going to want to keep an eye on over the next couple of months. Okay, now this is an interesting one too, the percentage of the original list price. So all through the summer, we're seeing 100%, 105%. You had to bid above the asking price to get a home. Really, that was happening for almost 2 years. In Larimer County, the average home sold for 98.4%, and in Weld County, it sold for 98.7% of the original asking price. That means that on average, you're buying the house for less than they were asking. Now, that is down. The previous month in Larimer County was 101%. So that's down a pretty good amount there. And then it was just 100% last month. So we're down in both counties for that. So what that means is, as we're seeing, I guess, there is a slowdown. You can't just bid any or, place any amount on a house and expect people to bid above it. There's a good chance that you can get a home for under the asking price now. As you can see, this is still pretty close, 98, 99%. So I wouldn't go out searching for huge deals, but you may find some out there. Okay, moving right along here, housing inventory. So this is what I was talking about earlier, 1.6 months of inventory in Larimer County and 1.7 months of inventory in Weld County. That's exactly the same as the previous month. So in July, it was 1.6 and 1.7. So what that tells us is this is still historically low. This is more, we were under a month for a lot of the spring and summer months. So things are actually getting better. There is more inventory, but as I showed you, more houses are closing than sold for that month. So it's going to kind of catch up with us if we don't get more new homes on the market. But a balanced market is 5 to 6 months of inventory. So if we're looking at 1.5 months of inventory, less than 2 months of inventory, we're nowhere near a a buyer's market, and not even a balanced market. It is still definitely a seller's market. So sellers should not be freaking out like I kind of think they are in some ways. Because you're still in control. You're still in the driver's seat with all this. So that is that. Again, let's just talk about what this means. So I wouldn't be freaking out. Sure, the interest rates are higher, so the what it costs to buy a home if you're a buyer, your monthly payment has gone up. So that is what's really slowed down the market. That's what's made it much more difficult. But really, all these numbers are very normal. We've seen a huge change to normalcy, really, from a crazy frenzy that we've had over the last couple of years. And in the last few months, we saw it pretty quickly change from a complete frenzy to a much more balanced market. But as I showed you, it is still a seller's market. We are not in balance at all. But, you know, some good news for buyers. Let's talk about that. Their houses are sitting on the market a little bit longer. You can bid below the asking price, so that's good. You can kind of spend some time, find the perfect house for you, and then you know, maybe bid below that. The ball's slightly more in your court than before. But if I was a seller, I'd still be really excited about selling your home. You're still going to capitalize on all the you know, nearly 20% appreciation that we had the last 2 previous years. And the prices haven't really dropped that much. You just have to be really careful not to bid, or excuse me, to price your home at the highest amount that you maybe saw your neighbor's house go for. You want to kind of come in just close to that, slightly below maybe. But just because the frenzy's over, you're not going to get 20 offers on a house. Instead, you may sit for a few weeks before you get an offer. So anyways, that is what's going on in your Northern Colorado real estate market. Again, my name is Andy Hawbaker. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And if you like knowing about Northern Colorado real estate, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And again, if you ever want to hit me up, just visit my website, which is andyhawbaker.com.